Alright, welcome. You're here with Kuma. Here we are for a sneaky reaction stream. Alright, I see a few people here. We're here for quarantine and chill. We're going to watch some Persona 5 Royale trailers for the very first time. Never played Persona before, so 100% blind. We're going to watch some Tribe 9, and we're going to watch that trailer for that other anime that's coming out from Spike Chunsoft. So, a lot of stuff we're going to start looking at. I was originally planning to record this and release the videos one by one, but given that everyone's spending their hours in their houses anyway, we might as well record it live and then just edit it out as separate videos and upload it. So we might as well get started. As you can see, the screen capture is working. New screen is massive, so yes, I lower the screen in order to position myself. Let's get started with some of these trailers. I don't know which one we should be watching first. Which Persona trailer is the one that came out first? It's really late for you, Christian. All good. Hopefully you get to see the trailer you want to see. Which Persona trailer do I watch first? Do I watch Change the World? Do I watch E3 2019? Do I watch Meet the Phantom Thieves? Which one do I watch? What comes first? What comes first? You'll stay all night long, but whatever. Fair enough. I know Tribe 9 has one trailer, and Black Mesa, I'm not really sure what that is, but I know Akudama is an anime that's made by Spike Chunsoft, the creators of Danganronpa. So, which Persona trailer comes first? Alright, Change the World is the newest one, but the question is, which one should I watch first? Because I've never watched any Persona trailer, nor have I played Persona, nor do I pretty much know anything about it. So maybe the newest one is not necessarily the one I should be watching first. So, like, which one should I be watching first? Like, help me out here, guys. Come on, help me out here. I think E3. Then characters, then Change the World. E3 2019, that might be, yeah. And then official gameplay overview. Yeah. Alright, then I guess we can watch the E3 2019 trailer. I don't know what Trials is. E3, characters, and then maybe original game trailer. Alright, sounds good to me. Alright, time to watch that E3 trailer. Let's make it full screen. Alright, Persona 5, first reaction ever. Don't know jack about the game. Planning to play it, so let's see how we go.
You should know me by now. Did you think this would please me? Being shown mercy? I don't want your pity. Are you really this spineless?
Is this a game or an anime?
I'm responsible
The what?
for crushing that dream.
What is this, Death Note?
I remember there being somebody. I think somewhere in Kichijoji.
Why don't we go check it out? Let's look around.
Wait, so you're saying cognition can be rewritten? Is that even possible?
Remember the discussion we just had? There are a number of students in this school you shouldn't get involved with.
Don't you think she's acting strange?
Thanks for taking my counseling into consideration.
I've been getting this feeling like someone's watching me.
Have we been tailed? Senpai, are you still planning to continue on as the Phantom Thieves? I would think you'd want to steer clear of situations like this.
So you're out like the trash if you don't show results.
We should be able to prevent the worst case scenario if we keep up our efforts.
Did you know? We are all capable of changing ourselves. If we just believe.
Let's make it a guy thing. Don't go telling Ann or Makoto, alright? Especially Makoto. If she finds out I partied right after tanking my finals, I'm in deep shit. Oh!
All those people cheering before. It's like a total reversal now. How could they be like this?
I fled from the truth. I'm sorry.
There's no justice in granting people's wishes as you see fit.
I'll be the one to decide what's right for me. I won't ditch everyone else to save my own ass!
Such is the code of the Phantom Thieves.
Are they gonna do that like Metal Gear Solid thing after the end? PlayStation does its thing. Acid trip colors aside, I've been to all those places that they mentioned in this trailer, and yes, there are very narrow streets, and they do look like that. Except there's no drones that you can use the Ada Wong like rope gun to Spider-Man fling across. First impressions, the little cat almost had a Cube vibe about granting people's wishes as it desires. So definitely a Cube thing going on. Seems to be a little bit of influence from Marvel. Seems to be a little bit of influence from multiple things. It looks anime-esque in the cutscene sort of sequence, but then the gameplay looks very artsy in that it's a little bit comic booky in the color, and it's a little bit, you know, like a acid trip in terms of the combat numbers, the things blowing up. So it's almost like, is that what's really happening, or is that how they're seeing it happening? Are they actually running around with a grenade launcher and blowing up a truck? Or are they a bunch of teenagers tripping balls and they're seeing it as them blowing up a truck? So I don't know if I should be taking this literally or if I should just sort of be taking it as a artistic interpretation of what they're doing. Because they seem to be doing some pretty late high schooler things like, I don't know, worrying about their studies, going to a school counselor, and, you know, going to... I don't think it was an izakaya, but it was, I don't know, it looked like a bar. I you know, it was up the stairs like all the bars in Japan. So it was like, you know, like they seem pretty, like they're probably 17, 18, 19. So like, what are they doing? Are they just fucking around after hours and not taking their entrance exams seriously? Or are they literal terrorists going on a rampage and committing crimes that could land them in jail? Like, I don't know. But the music was pretty, like, you know, catchy. The art style was definitely different, definitely anime-esque. The characters, they threw a bunch of them at me at once. So forgive me if I don't remember all of them, but the cat definitely stands out. The kid, who seems to be in like a police interrogation room early on, pretty scruffed up. So he definitely got involved in something. And I don't know if you noticed, but we did already put the Persona 5 style donation tickers and chat on Twitch more than a year ago. We actually did buy Persona 5, but we never played it. And then they announced Persona 5R, so it's back on the donation goal. We almost hit that. So yeah, that's my initial impression of this trailer. It's blind, so I probably got 90% of it wrong. Definitely a little bit of a Death Note vibe when that TV goes static. I think it's the same TV that L used to broadcast to Kira. It might be, it might not be. I know I've been to those parts of Japan several times. I'm not 100% sure. I'm trying not to read too much of the comments so I don't spoil myself, so I can give you guys a legitimately blind reaction to all these trailers. I think it was mentioned that after the E3, I should watch the Meet the Phantom Thieves, and then I should watch the gameplay, and then I should watch the release, and then I should watch the new Change the World trailer. So let's watch Meet the Phantom Thieves, who I can only assume are these guys. We've got this Kitsune mask, which is either the Umbu Black Ops, or they just really like foxes. We've got what appears to be a frickin' UFO. This guy that looks like he's gonna throw a fridge at me. If you guys get that reference, you're awesome. You've got Red Cat Girl. You've got... she might actually kick your ass. And you've got this guy, who I'm guessing is the protagonist, because they show him first. So, okay. Let's watch Meet the Phantom Thieves. I'm guessing that's the name of their gang. I'm gonna call them a gang, because they are actually behaving like a gang. They seem to have their own code... recruitment style, KPIs. You get it. I like it. All right, let's go.
The Phantom Thieves will yield to no one, no matter who they are.
It all started here. Show me your true form. Go down.
Style and grace. My weak self relied on you so much. That ends today. Don't call me a cat. I am Morgana. I'll back you up. So fight like your life depends on it. Let's go! No one's gonna stop me now!
Okay, we've got a little bit of a leather and whip thing going on. Definitely cat girl.
I wish to pursue beauty like this.
Allow me some sauce.
Wait. Was that an assault rifle?
The hearts of all the bastards like you.
I've awakened to a new power! Punch the punch then! You've been bad! Here, we win!
That wasn't a grenade launcher, that was a rocket launcher.
Letter of introduction. Leave it to me.
Time for my comeback, so to speak. Show me what you can do. Stay out of our way.
All will be revealed.
Okay. Launch edition includes a game in a limited edition steel case and dynamic theme download. I mean, I could buy that, or I could just go with the standard. They seem to all have their own theme, definitely inspired from different places, so I guess I got that part right. I definitely saw either... I think I saw an M16. Some guy had a grenade in an M16. Which is not only illegal in Japan, it's like, what the hell? And he seemed to be in a museum and pulled someone's mask off? I'm guessing I'm going to have to suspend my disbelief, because these kids seem to be more heavily armed than the Yakuza from the Yakuza franchise. An assault rifle in Japan is a big deal, considering how strict gun control and what a high conviction rate they have there for virtually any crime. So even the Yakuzas don't run around with more than handguns most of the time. The only ones that readily have medium to large firearms are actually the Russians. and if you see a guy that speaks fluent Russian in the underworld in Japan, you keep the fuck away. Yeah, I'm actually just more confused. I guess I did, in a sense, see who the characters were. I just don't really know anything now. I know even less. I think I'm just gonna have to sit back and accept the fact that it's gonna be weird and just roll with it, because if I try to apply logic to the situation, I'm going to struggle. I tried doing that in Zero Escape, I tried doing that in Danganronpa, and we just had a bad time. So I think with this one, it's a safe bet to just roll with it and accept things as they are. Even if there's a talking cat involved, you just You just gotta roll with the punches. Just gotta roll with the punches. I'm just gonna roll with this. I'm just gonna roll with it, I guess. I'm just gonna roll with it. Okay. I guess we can watch the official gameplay overview trailer, or we can watch the official US release date trailer. My god, they really cheaped out on the quality of the image in this one. That's embarrassing. They didn't cheap out on the logo, but the quality of the image is shit. I'm gonna take crack shots at Atlas US here. Blood, drug references, partial nudity, sexual themes, strong language, and violence. This sounds like my type of game. Alright, let's go.
You are held captive. I beg you, save the world.
Did he just salute Hitler? Yeah, I absolutely know less than I did 2 minutes ago. Yep, and he's got a 45 handgun, sure. USP from what it looks like. And they're going with Sailor Moon now, sure, why not? Yep, and Final Fantasy style, yep. Sure.
Here we go.
We're counting on you, Joker. Yes! Bullseye!
Dude, that rule!
Yep. 10 seconds into the trailer, I'm more confused than I was 2 minutes ago. Yeah. He's captured by a bunch of guys in medieval armor with lances. Yep, sure, I can accept that. Those things could be flying around Japan. Fine. And then he pulls a Sasuke Uchiha, does a Super Saiyan God thing, and blows away a guy that's topless saluting Hitler. Like, why not? Like, why not? And then they seem to have those things that they summon like Final Fantasy. Yeah, sure. My brain's getting tired trying to make sense of this. I should really just stop. I should stop trying to analyze this and make sense of it, because it's just not going to happen. Like, it's clearly not going to happen. And just like that, I put water on myself. Well, if this was Twitch and I was a thought, I'd be famous. Okay. People are chatting about JoJo. Well, not watching JoJo, I'm watching trailers. And we can't watch JoJo on YouTube because it gets taken down. So, it's symbolism. It's going to be fun. The weird guy's just making a hand signal to execute them. Yep. That he is. That he is. Takeover doesn't replace Life Will Change. I'm guessing that's the song. That's the intro song. Ah, yes, all the great memories are coming back. Glad to hear that these are notable moments. I'm sure I'm going to understand them at some point. I'm just very, very confused right now. You could try watching the original game trailer to better understand the story. I'm not trying to understand the story. I'm just trying to give a blind reaction, which I seem to be doing very well. I don't think I'm helping the situation of becoming less blind. I just feel more confused. Okay, so release day trailer. I guess we can watch the gameplay overview trailer and see how this thing watches. how this thing plays. As you can see, my brain is dead. So far, so good. Do I need to start timing out people? Yep. You can, Frank, you are free to permanently mute people that try to spoil this game. That is your job. Anyone trying to spoil me being blind, you won't be able to comment on the channel for the rest of ever. So, by all means, Frank, permanently ban them from commenting. They'll be able to watch, but they won't be able to chat, which I think is a worse hell than anything. So, go for it. Alright, here we go. Gameplay trailer.
There isn't a security measure on Earth that can stop me! This is gonna be so awesome! Hey, folks! Your favorite Phantom Thief Morgana here with tons of Persona 5 Royal footage that I,
Wait, isn't Morgana the cat?
From Atlas HQ. Let's check it out with my special guest, Kasumi!
Hi, everybody. Thank you for inviting me to your viewing, Morgana. I can't... Wait, you said you liberated it?
And I can't wait to show it off! Let's dive into the latest, greatest world of Persona!
Wait, he's a normal cat most of the time?
I do have a question. What exactly is a persona?
It's actually quite simple. A persona is the manifestation of someone's identity. Whenever they cast off the mask they wear for society's sake, they awaken to their persona and gain its strength.
Amazing!
Amazing is right.
Wait. If that's the case, so that cat's inner persona means he's like that cool cat, and then that girl that's always wearing red, deep inside, she's a leather-wearing, whipping thing. Okay, now this is starting making sense. And yes, 100% blindness. I haven't seen anything Persona-related ever. Which is why anyone trying to post spoilers gets banned instantly by our mods.
That one!
Pretty scary, huh? And there are plenty of new fearsome foes this time around, too. There's still no match for the Phantom Thieves,
Puss in
though.
Boots, are you kidding me?
Wow, Joker's chatting that one up. I never would have expected that.
Well,
did he just catch it?
users can harness their power in many different ways to change the world around them. For better or worse. In fact, using our power to improve the world is the very purpose of the Phantom Thieves. We steal the hearts of anyone who needs to change for the better. No matter how powerful they may be, we'll be there to stop them.
Oh, so how do you do that?
Well, let me tell you, it's no easy feat. But we do have an ace up our sleeve. Or maybe I should say, a joker. We have to enter a completely different realm called the Metaverse and infiltrate the strongholds of our targets. We Phantom Thieves call them palaces. They reflect the genuine thoughts of the truly warped members of society.
These places are unbelievable.
Wait. By saying that, is he basically saying that we are going into the minds of people, which is why these places are so weird? So it's not actually a literal place, it's inside their brains. I'm not even going to attempt to ask how, but that would start making sense. And days until exhibit ends. What?
That's because their rulers are unbelievable. The entire metaverse is built on cognition. So the more deluded a target is, the more warped their palace will be.
That explains the naked guy wearing the king robe making the Heil Hitler thing. Okay.
And it'll stay that way until we invoke a change of heart.
And how do you do that?
By stealing whatever treasure they hold closest. It manifests in their palace once we send them our signature calling card.
How do you even manage getting through these places?
Oh, like that.
Whoa! That looks so fun!
Oh, so that's why they have illegal military weaponry in Japan. It's in people's imaginations. So it's practically like Inception, except with anime, and guns, and violence, and a talking cat. Yeah, I can get behind this.
Alright. Then wait till you see this.
Show me your true form.
That was amazing.
Persona!
Oh!
Looking cool, Kasumi.
That's gonna be a blast. Where do you even learn to do stuff like that?
Funny you should ask. Joker's made plenty of deals with people to improve his abilities in the metaverse.
Deals with people? What the fuck are you, a crossroads demon? eh.
In exchange for helping them out. We call those people confidants.
Hey, that's me!
Oh, you're gonna love this!
Who's that?
That's Jose. I don't really know anything about him, except that he's cooked up a bunch of fun mementos activities for the Phantom Thieves.
Aw, how sweet. Also, what's mementos?
That's everybody's palace. It's huge!
Oh, I know him.
Yep, Dr. Maruki's one of Joker's confidants, too. He needs help with his research after starting work at your school, and Joker's just the guy for the job.
Oh, look! It's Kichijoji!
Oh, yeah, Kichijoji's a massive brand new part of the city for Joker to explore. There's so much to do there, both day and night.
Really? Like what?
I might have to let Joker off the leash a bit just so he has the time to take in everything.
Oh, how pretty! Morgana!
There are more hangout places than ever before.
I'm looking forward to checking these out.
There's plenty of fun during school as well.
No, there isn't.
Don't get too distracted.
Wait a minute, you're there too?
That's abuse.
Don't worry, I won't tell anyone. Where else do you hang out?
Let me show you our coolest new hangout. This is the Thieves' Den. It has all sorts of stuff to do here. Listen to music, check out awards, revisit some of the sights and scenes of our adventures. We can even play cards, if you're up for it.
Oh, you're on.
Well, I hope you're looking forward to checking out the rest of the den in person.
That was absolutely incredible. I have to say, the Phantom
She
Thieves
has
have a
2
lot of guts to do all
scorpion
that.
submachine
Yourself
guns?
included, Morgana.
Well, what can I say? Changing the world takes heart.
You really are the expert of the Phantom Thieves. What else can you show me?
Sorry, I'm at the last of what I liberated. But guess what? You haven't even seen the wildest stuff yet.
What?
There's so much more to discover in Persona 5 Royal, and more than ever to experience. Wear the mask and see the truth for yourself. March 31st.
Yeah!
This is Morgana and Kasumi signing off. Bye-bye. Don't stay up too late.
Fuck you, you know my dad. Alright, you know, like, I'm sort of happy that cool games exist and we've just discovered them. Like, we discovered Zero Escape thanks to everyone who watches our Danganronpa playthroughs. And then after Zero Escape, we discovered AI The Somnium Files, which we really enjoyed. And then thanks to Clems, who we discovered through getting into Nier, recommended to us to play Fire Emblem, and now we're also in Fire Emblem. So, like, we're already deep down that rabbit hole. Like, it's like we're basically screwed at this point, and it doesn't. Yeah, we're basically screwed, right? Like, we're absolutely screwed. But what really gets me is that you guys are awesome, by the way. Like, I don't know if you guys are aware, but the Kumas, while we were playing, they basically donated and bought us an entire PlayStation 4 Pro, which we used to buy and play Nier Automata, which I'm really thankful and grateful and thank you. But as soon as we bought Nier Automata, you know, on like half price, they announced Nier Automata Yoha Edition. I was like, the fuck? So we like buy Nier Automata, and then a week later Yoha Edition comes out. I'm like, what the fuck? And then Persona 5 goes on sale for like half price, and we buy it, and literally, I shit you not, a week later, these trailers start being released, and I'm like, what the fuck? So, I don't know whether I should be glad that new stuff is coming out, or I should be pissed that on 2 occasions we got screwed over by PlayStation. Like, if they sold this in Australia, they'd get fucked. I could get a refund, but like, I bought it on the American PSN store because it's significantly cheaper than Australia. I'll give you an example. In America, a brand new game will cost you, say, $60. In Australia, it'll cost you $100. The fuck? Even if it's a digital download, mind you. So I'm just like, yeah, of course I'm gonna buy it on the US store. Like, fuck that shit. So yeah, like, big thank you. They also bought us a freaking Switch. We were like, oh, Fire Emblem seems really cool. Oh, Super Smash Brothers seems really cool. Well, you know, it'd be cool if we play it. And they're like, no, fuck you, you're gonna play it. I'm like, well, I don't have a Switch. And then like 2-3 months later, it's like, well, here you go. And I'm just like, well, shit. So now we playing Super Smash Brothers and Fire Emblem. You guys are insane. But yeah, and we even got a brand new freaking computer like that got built not too long ago. I forked out for that one, but that's to play Doom Eternal. So like this community is insane. This community is insane. You guys are throwing me into the deep end of so many games. Not only that, even now Hutchins making videos and reacting to anime, so it's absolutely insane. And this seems like this series we hadn't started. I know we have a lot of people that, because we vote on the Discord what games we play, and Persona 5 was something that kept coming up. And so I was like, all right, shit, Persona 5 looks like everyone wants us to play it. So I did the only rational thing. I asked someone who did play it. I'm like, hey, Nico, how long is Persona? And he's like, more than 150 hours. And I'm like, fuck. So we didn't start it yet. But now we have a little bit more time, so we will give it a weekend when it launches, and then we'll vote on Discord whether or not we continue it. I have a sneaking suspicion it will get voted in, even though it probably takes 6 months of live streams to finish it, because we live stream twice a week, but yeah. And it is Matt carrying. The guy's a freaking legend. He bought us a graphics card when our graphics card was dying. He pretty much heavily carried it, which is why as soon as our computer started dying and couldn't play Doom, I went ahead and built a computer that could actually play Doom. So we're doing that. All right, let's watch. We got a little sidetrack there. Let's watch the Change the World trailer. But at the very least now, it makes a little bit of sense what's going on, because the first two trailers, what the fuck? And now it's like, let me explain Personas to you. I'm like, well, thank you, Talking Cat. The fact that a Talking Cat is explaining the plot to the game to me is pretty scary. The Talking Cat knows all. Alright, let's go.
Let me remind you who you're talking to. I am Kasumi Yoshizawa.
What's that supposed to mean?
With this power, we might be able to do more than just getting back at society.
You stole everything from Shiko. You destroyed her. Now it's your turn.
No matter what it takes, I will bring you to justice.
We go in the metaverse.
Power
We
Rangers.
call them palaces. To steal the core of their desires. Their treasure. And those whose treasure has been stolen have a change of heart.
We're gonna change the hearts of all the bastards like you.
Now is the time to rise
Kenpachi!
from the abyss of distortion, trickster.
I'm sorry, I would recognize that fucking voice anywhere, and I have. Kenpachi, awesome guy. The only thing that makes me sad is no longer voicing Kenpachi in Bleach, because reasons. Sorry, I got so super excited. I'm a huge fanboy. Such a cool voice. Such a cool voice! And the cat is voiced by Aoi? Oh my god. Oh my, I'm sorry. As soon as you hear Kenpachi's voice, you're just like, oh my god! It's such a cool voice! It's such a cool voice, such a good delivery. Fuck, he aced Kenpachi. Like, the voice alone aced it. Like, aced it. He doesn't even have to try to sound, you know, like, strong. He's just like, oh my god. Sorry, I get a little excited. And he's also Gerald. Yeah. No, like, yeah, 100%. That voice is awesome. Alright, so yeah, you know what? If I watched this trailer before watching the gameplay one, I would have been absolutely lost. I'm glad that we watched the gameplay overview. The Talking Cat really did explain a lot. I really do appreciate that, so I feel somewhat prepared for, I think this releases on the 31st? See, 1, 2... That's 2 weeks away on Tuesday. Here's the beautiful part. Thank you to Corona, by the way. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week, I'm working from home. Next week, I'm at work. The week after that, when Persona 5 releases, I'm working from home. Which means straight after work, we can actually stream it. Might have to buy Hutch on dinner a few times, but we could probably squeeze in like several afternoons of Persona 5. So this weekend, Doom Eternal. Next weekend, I believe it's Persona. And then the weekend after is Resident Evil 3. And then later that month is Final Fantasy 7. And then after that is The Last of Us 2. Holy crap, the next month is just gonna be like... Do you guys know that meme with the sausages? Yeah, it's basically gonna be us. Like, all the games at once. Okay, cool. Alright, cool, yep, cool. I'm down. Looks good. I'm down Persona 5. 100% blind. We've got a few moderators already in on this. They're going to be banning anyone trying to discuss anything we haven't seen yet. Like, 100% blind. Let's not fuck it up. Let's not fuck that up. I'm going to have to, not read the bottom of the chat. I'm going to have to read the top of the chat, which is like a minute ago, to make sure the moderators have had a chance to delete any spoilers, because we don't want this fucking up. I don't know why, but in some games you get a handful of people that want to spoil it. They're like, come in and they're like, here's the ending spoiler. It's like, you really have nothing better to do than to scour YouTube and find people that are enjoying a game to try to spoil it for, do you? Like, that is really fucking sad. So, like, let's keep it blind. Alright, we've got Akudama Drive, and we also have Tribe 9. From my understanding, Tribe 9 is a game by Spike Chunsoft, and Akudama is an anime by Spike Chunsoft. So, you know what? Let's go with Tribe 9, because I haven't actually seen any of it. Tribe 9 time, guys. Tribe 9. Tribe 9. By the way, make sure you're subscribed. We also have a reaction channel. Links in the description. And we've got a Discord. So, we're going to be playing Persona when it comes out. Here we go. Tribe 9. Wait, that's... Kibo-y avocado? Mondo Leon? The fuck? What the fuck, Nike? What the fuck? Tekken? Who's that guy with the hair that I don't like in DR2? Wait, are they playing baseball? What the fuck has Kodaka been smoking? I'm confused. You've got a blend of multiple Danganronpa characters pulling a Tekken 4 and playing baseball. Okay. So this is why Kodaka hasn't been making another Danganronpa. He's been smoking crack. Makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. I wish he gets better soon. Okay. Akudama Drive trailer. this is probably weird, but Persona 5 makes more sense than that trailer. This is Tokyo Studio, I believe, the one Kodaka set up with Uchikoshi and some other Spike stuff. So basically, he just went fuck you to Spike Chunsoft, started his own studio with blackjack, hookers, and meth. Clearly, yeah. Yeah, like when you remove the Zero Escape director and the Danganronpa director out of Spike Chunsoft, what do you have left? Like, there's not much left, am I right? Anyways, internal politics aside, let's watch Akudama trailer, which is another thing that I'm absolutely blind for. Oh my god, the shit's getting weird. What the fuck is Lelouch doing in there? Of course, boobs. Why not?
Akudama Drive 2020年7月放送開始
You had me at boobs. Not gonna lie, out of that entire sequence of like 10 seconds of everything, yeah, fucking tell me that's not Lelouch. Come on. Tell me this is not Lelouch. Go on. Try. And if you tell me because he's wearing white, well, the Aroncars did it. You can't just flip the colors and be like, oh, that's not him. The hairstyle's even the same. What else was there besides boobs? I'm sure there was other stuff. Of course, there was licking, and there's sort of Maki and Kibo and him and Kodaka is in a really, really dark place right now. Cocaine's a hell of a drug. I think Weeby came back and she made a video, new anime from Tokyo and Kodaka. Probably worth watching, setting and character information. Okay, I don't know if it's worth watching. Let me know. The girl with the short hair looked like Jackie. Well, like everything looks like a blend of different Danganronpa characters and other anime inspirations. There doesn't seem to be something very much unique. They just sort of seem to be a reblend of other characters. And if their personalities are similar to it, I mean, that works for me. I mean, you make them look similar. I can attach that personality trope to them and job done. Well, Zenkai Zero was made completely by other people in Spike Chunsoft, and from what I'm aware of the game, it's great and mind-boggling, so I'm pretty sure the company itself is in an okay place. I haven't actually played Zenkai Zero. I did watch trailer about it, something about people getting old, dying, and being reborn, but I never jumped on that ship. Though I did jump on AI The Somnium Files and really enjoyed it. I think it's underrated. It's a really enjoyable game. I think it's really underrated, so I highly recommend you play it, or at the very least watch it, because I really enjoyed it. In terms of replay value, I wouldn't say it has a lot of replay value. It's not like Danganronpa, where you have the free time events, but in terms of a playthrough, it is definitely worth the playthrough, and the characters are definitely worth it. So I don't know if I feel like watching this video. Should I? I don't know. Let me know. Other than that, we've got League of Legends teaser, and we've got Black Mesa. I don't actually know what Black Mesa is. What's this? I think this is the Japanese trailer. I think it's the same thing. I've got a hunch that it's the same trailer. Let's watch it really quickly. Yeah, it looks the same. Let's see if we spot anything new. This looks like cigarettes. The Yakuza-style tower. They seem to...
Akudama Drive 2020年7月
They seem to have a girl completely strapped down. I don't know who the hell this corn cop guy is that's trying to be a Mondo. They had what appears to be a girl completely strapped down. That reminds me of Elfen Lied a little bit. It's probably not. But typically when someone is strapped down that much, it is not a good sign. All you saw was the person tied down. Well, the first time all I saw was boobs, so clearly it shows you where my mind's at. We notice what we want to notice. Alright? We notice what we want to notice. Clearly, I don't judge anybody. I'm not in a position to judge anybody, nor do I intend to. I guess I can. I don't know how much information there would be. There would just be a little bit of, like, released info. But I guess if it's on a video format, we can't watch it. You spotted someone licking someone else's face? Have you seen the JoJo 1 second from every JoJo thing? Like, I saw that, I was just like, oh. And I saw the guy with, like, the cherry in his tongue. Fucking hell. Oh my god. JoJo's fucking me up. I watched the first 7 episodes for the first time ever the other week on the reaction channel, and I'm still recovering from that. All right, let's just watch Weeby's new video while we're at it. 11 minutes. Let's watch it.
Hey guys, Weeby News here, and today I'm going to be talking about the new information released recently regarding Akudama Drive, which is an anime collaboration by Tokyo Games and Studio Pierrot. There was a trailer released recently,
music,
as well as an interview with Kodaka, who wrote the original plot, Tomohisa Taguchi, the director, and Sadahiko Tominaga, a producer from Studio Pierrot. The interview was with Animate Times.
Didn't Pierrot do Cowboy Bebop?
So I'll be using a translation by Kimun Coutinho from Twitter. I'll be sure to link his accounts in the descriptions because he does a lot of translations for the community and is an awesome person to follow if you want to stay posted on these types of updates. But anyways, with all of that information out of the way, let's go ahead and get right into the video. So the anime is scheduled to air this July, and true to its previous announced headline of everyone is a villain or everyone is a baddie, this is about the Akudamas, a group of criminals, and he says that Akudama basically translates to baddie. Also, the concept's tagline was expanded to a story about evil people staying true to their life choices. And so far, there's been 7 main characters announced. The setting basically translates to baddie. Also,
alright, so we've got... Wait, full screen. So we've got Mr. Yakuza Mondo. We've got this guy. He reminds me of that bald guy in SAO. That's the blacksmith. This guy's definitely carrying some sort of weapons. No one wears something that baggy. This guy's definitely that hacker dude because he's got cybernetics or at the very least some sort of Google eye. You've got the girl that's clearly Mew but much older. I haven't seen one of those cigarettes in like forever. We've got the Chiaki Maki hybrid. I can tell you that much because she's got Chiaki's hair, but she's very much got the Maki eyes, and she's wearing these, which is, it's very Maki-esque. Telling you that now. So you've got the Maki Chiaki, and Maki herself was the Mukuro, who was she mixed with? Mukuro Kirigiri. So this is a very interesting mix. And then you've got this guy. He's not a generic protagonist sort of cybernetics. Interesting. Oh, interesting. Please zip that belt up, boy. Anyway, let's continue.
tagline was expanded to a story about evil people staying true to their life choices. And so far, there's been 7 main characters announced. The setting is described as a long time ago, there was a full-scale war between Kanto and Kansai. Apparently, these are supposed to be 2 nations that share their names with Kanto and Kansai.
Well, that's a real easy way to do it. Just grab Japanese history. You've got Osaka, that used to be the shogun's main castle, and you've got Tokyo, where the, I think it was the emperor of Japan back in the day used to sit, until eventually the shogun, that was supposed to be the right hand of the emperor, kept basically saying, well, fuck you, Mr. Emperor, I've got the bigger army, I'm shogun now. So, you know, a little bit of Japanese history. If you're interested in that, there's Wikipedia.
Regions of Japan, but they're not actually them. And this ended up with Kansai becoming a colony to Kanto until its independence finally
Wait,
happened.
Kanto? Can I catch all the
However,
Pokemon?
This independence process heavily weakened the government and the police, causing crime to become more prevalent, and the criminals came to be known as Akudamas. The anime is set in a highly developed society, but still an extremely warped one, and it wants to show how the Akudamas stay true to their identities in such a society. Many Akudamas are put together and their aesthetics conflict with each other. The fictional Kansai story is set in a cyberpunk version of the real-life 60s-70s Kansai. They chose this because of Kodaka's preference for his overseas audience. Osaka is more sought out by tourists right now than Tokyo, so it represents better a foreigner's image of Japan. Also,
Tokyo is the tourist trap of Japan. Osaka is actually more traditional. So if you actually go to Japan, go to Osaka and Kyoto, you'll actually get a much better feel of Japan. You'll get treated a lot better as a foreigner because Tokyo is just a tourist trap.
after the series was announced, Kodaka took to Twitter to discuss the plot a bit more. If you ask me what kind of anime it is, I would say the story takes place in Kansai. A lot of real villains appear and they do bad things after bad things and do more bad things. They kill a lot of people. It's like a late night anime that these days you don't see much of.
Bad people doing bad things, right? Is there a trial, or was that cancelled because of coronavirus?
Kodaka wrote the original plot plan for the anime, but the one who is responsible for turning this plan into an actual anime script is Norimitsu Kaiho. Apparently this is exactly how the Danganronpa 3 anime was kind of planned out as well.
Can we please not have a despair arc thing where it's all fan service and little to no story?
Also, the original character plans were by Kamatsuzaki.
Oh, see, look how much it's changed. Originally you had what's her name from V3, and it changed into more Mew. And then you had longer hair, but that ended up going into shorter, so less Maki, more Chiaki. And less Chiaki and more Maki down. Like, look how it's changed so much. I could see where the references are all coming from. And there's definitely more leather in the previous one, and yeah, it's definitely a thing. You can see how the evolution of the characters over time changed. That's really interesting. That's really interesting. That's really interesting. And look, fucking told you, baggy shit. Look at the size of that blade. Fucking told you. Anyone that wears baggy clothes like that is strapping. I'm telling you. That's why in an airport, if you're wearing baggy clothes like that, it's used to conceal items. I mean, you can conceal entire freaking, like, assault rifles on your person if you're wearing baggy enough clothes. Anyway, that's just a little bit of me and my... yeah, carry on!
Person who does the art for Danganronpa.
Wait a minute, this little kid with the eye patch reminds me of that kid from Gare Zero. Just saying.
But the finalized, more new character designs are by Cindy H. Yamauchi. Looking at the art released a while back when Tukiyo was announced versus the art released just recently, you can definitely see a pretty big difference in the art style, as well as differences in the character designs.
Is that it? Okay.
There are 3 machine designers on the project: Sho Yamamoto, Haro Miyagawa, and Yukinobu Tsunegi. The fact that there is 3 of them is pretty interesting. It is supposed to be kind of a cyberpunk theme, so I guess there is a lot of machines around, but it could mean that there is potentially mechas in the show as well. Apparently this project came to be because Kodaka and Studio Pierrot producer Sadahiko Tominaga were college classmates. After Kodaka got famous, Tominaga met him at a Danganronpa 1 stage theater event and invited him to do something together. Since crime movies like Pulp Fiction and The Usual Suspect were the most popular thing in their college days, they decided that their collab should be a crime anime in that style. The director, Taguchi, took the job because of how novel the idea of a cyberpunk Tarantino-style crime show suspense anime is.
Cyberpunk doesn't necessarily mean mecha. That's like, cyberpunk is cyberpunk. Mecha is mecha. Carry on.
It's a common genre in movies, but it doesn't have very much presence in the anime community. The reason that Taguchi was chosen for the job is mainly for his genius with action scenes, since it seems like action is going to be a pretty big element in this anime. The title Akudama Drive was chosen because they would need a title for criminals, and Akudama was neat and uncommon enough of a word for villain. The drive part was apparently added to the name just because, just like how the dog part in Tarantino's Reservoir Dogs doesn't mean anything. Next, there are some small descriptions for each of the characters. First, we have Civilian. She's voiced by Tamayo Kurosawa. As the name indicates, she's an ordinary girl that's constantly being a victim of Akudama's, even though she remains very self-willed. But even though she's called a civilian, it does seem like her character is still pretty morally gray. Some of her past...
I just want to point out something, and you guys will never be able to unhear it. Every time Weeby finishes a sentence, the inflection goes upwards. Like an inflection, like this. It ends upwards. Listen to it.
Cases involved cheating her boss into adultery and breaking up an Akudama group. She's described as being someone who knows how to take advantage of people as well as any of the other characters. Apparently the story will be told from her point of view as well, but we're not locked into her perspective, and the show is supposed to be more of a multi-protagonist story than anything. Being that it's crime suspense, it's supposed to be full of mysteries, and they're supposed to unfold at a very fast pace. The next character is Smuggler. He is voiced by Yuichiro Yumehara, a character with very little dialogue. He's very protagonistic in how he makes the most major moves among the 7 main Akudamas, but he still can't get much dialogue because not speaking is a big part of his character. I sort of feel like it might be some kind of trauma that makes him not want to talk very much or something along those lines. The reason I think this is because it mentions in the translation that he doesn't talk a lot, which sort of implies to me that he can talk, he just chooses not to. Also, you can see in the pictures that he has a prosthetic arm, so I kind of wonder if there might be a tragic event that relates to that might be the reason why he doesn't talk. But this is all hypothetical on my part. There's not really enough information I feel like right now to make any good theories. Then we have Brawler, voiced by Shunsuke Takeuchi. He also voiced Danganronpa's Ganta. He's a musclehead, but not as much of a musclehead as Thug. He still takes the charmingly simple attack first, think later approach to fighting though. He's an Akudama who doesn't see himself as a criminal. Next there is Hacker, voiced by Shun Horie. He was originally supposed to be a child character, but it felt wrong to have a child or a teenager in this setting, so he turned out to be a childish adult instead, and this is supposed to be evidenced by him wearing an eye patch to look cooler.
Trying to be a big boss, huh?
That they think it's too dark of a setting for a child or a teenager to be in, but Kodaka's most famous work is just teenagers in a death game. But going back to Hacker, despite his chuny tendencies, he's also a big lover of cute things, so he uses a super cute drone as his weapon of choice. Next we have Doctor, voiced by Megumi Ogata, and this is the same actress who portrayed Naegi and Kamaida. And yeah, just from the picture you can tell it is a very different type of character that she's playing this time, but she is a very good actress, so I'm looking forward to see her performance. The cast was lacking a main sex appeal character, so Kodaka tried to make a simple Fujiko Mine style character. Then they describe it that the more that he expanded on her, the more she became just a weird hypersexualized evictionist, and that she's not actually a real doctor.
This is a clear analysis of Kodaka's mindset at the moment.
Thug is voiced by Subaru Kimura, and he is a lively, energetic character who absolutely can't do anything on his own. He lives by leeching on others, which will lead to a big friendship with Brawler. His trait of being useless alone is important to the story's theme of how Akudamas are very distant from one another. Then the last character is Serial Killer, voiced by Takahiro Sakurai.
Fucking serial killer! I fucking told you, man. Baggy clothes, packing knives, fuck! Fucking call that shit just from the image.
Described as a madman, but we don't really know exactly how. He's also described to be simple-minded, but not in an emotionless kind of way. He speaks mostly in poetic riddles. And with that being said, him being described as simple-minded actually applies to the entire cast. They're all supposed to be people that are just being honest to their own feelings, to the point that they ignore the law for it and end up piling up crimes.
I love how she's just being victimized. She's a part of this. I like how this guy's absolutely useless and leeches off people. He's a part of this. I like how she's just over-hypersexualizing an exhibitionist. Forgivable. I like how he's a hacker. Okay, that's an actual crime. Brawler. Sort of a crime. Serial killer. Oh yeah, definitely a crime.
Also, some trivia for why the names are so vague. During plot planning, Kodaka apparently has a habit of doing everything with these type of simple descriptors and only giving characters real names at the very end. But his new coworkers didn't know that, and they assumed that these were Reservoir Dog style kind of code names to keep the characters anonymous. Then when Kodaka said it was finally time to give them names, the staff wanted to keep them all the same. Also, in full Tarantino fashion, the director has more authority over the script than the draft writer, which means it's going to be more of a story by Taguchi than a story by Kodaka. Also, they want the comedy of the anime to follow a very Tarantino style of cynical and offbeat humor. But that concludes the new information for now. However, I did not name all of the staff members, so I'll be sure to link some articles below in the description if you guys want to read everybody else who is in the staff for the project. Also, we will be getting some more information on March 21st. There will be a TV program on Abema TV that will have appearances from the cast and crew, so we'll be getting some new information then as well. But yeah, overall, the concept seems pretty interesting. I like the idea of it. The character descriptions give me very large Black Lagoon vibes, and especially with all of this Tarantino talk, it makes me think it'll have like an overall similar feel with lots of action, violence, and criminal characters. I like the ideas of the characters being morally skewed. I think it could be interesting to explore why they became criminals and how the society and setting that they're in and that we were described affected them. In the interview, they mentioned Akudama's working alone being central to the theme of the show as well. I'm guessing it is just hard to trust people in this kind of like warped society, but it is kind of funny because it makes me think the theme of the show is going to be friendship right now. It's just kind of funny, the idea of such like a seemingly like violent and like action-packed show, and the main theme is just friendship.
It's like a really fucked up cyberpunk version of High Swap Friend Sim. I'm here for friendship. I'm a serial killer. I want to be your friend.
But let me know what you guys think of the theme. I don't know why, but that's like the only thing I can think of right now. But on the more serious side, I do think I'd really like to see this anime challenge the viewer into wondering whether the characters are morally right or wrong for the crimes that they commit.
I guess you could go with the Dexter theme. If he's killing serial killers, it's morally grey. But if he's just killing random people on the street trying to get their takoyaki at 3 a.m., I think that's pretty bad.
I think it's really interesting when shows explore the gray area of morality, and I think it makes for a lot of interesting discussions among fans as well. So I think it'd be really cool to have characters that are humanized, but they also do bad things, and to kind of learn why they might justify it and what the world around them is like in order to push them to do so could just be an interesting idea to explore. I'm not really sure if that's the approach that they'll take with the show, but that's the direction I would kind of like to see. At least right now, just kind of reading the description and stuff. I am a little hesitant to get too excited for the show because it seems like the writing process is pretty similar to the Danganronpa 3 anime, which I don't know about you guys, but it's just aged kind of poorly for me.
Danganronpa 3 was a fucking mess. Like, you watch it the first time, it's entertaining. But when I didn't rewatch it, but it's filled with plot holes. It's filled with plot holes! Like... Alright, here's one. Here's my biggest issue. Spoiler alert, block your ears if you haven't heard it or seen it. Monokuma's video message is a recorded video, right? Yeah? How did he hack Monami? Carry on.
Enjoyed it while watching it. Afterwards, I thought, it was okay, but there was a lot of flaws, and now I guess since like the hype kind of dies down, over time, it's like, oh man, those flaws are really, really bothering me a lot more now than they were right after finishing the show. So I've gotten to the point where I just really don't like the Danganronpa 3 anime when I think back on it.
It never happened. It's like Devil May Cry 2. We don't talk about it. It never happened. It was just fan service. That's all it is. Fan service. That's all it was. That's why none of the Danganronpa 1 and 2 cars died. They created new characters to kill them. It's just fan service. That's all it was. And then in the end, they shipped everyone. Literally, they put them on a ship and shipped them away. Literally. Can't make this shit up.
But I don't want to talk about too much of my complaints in this because I don't want to spoil the Danganronpa 3 anime for people who haven't seen it.
Too fucking late!
And since this isn't a Danganronpa video, I'm sure there's people who haven't seen it who are watching this.
You were warned.
But my main issue with the Danganronpa 3 anime was...
I'm not going to complain about the Danganronpa 3 anime or series because I might spoil it for people. But I'm still going to complain about it. I fucking love that.
Just pacing. I feel like there was way too much fan service in it. And I'm a bit concerned because the studio that they're using for the anime is Piero, which is pretty infamous for having animes with a lot of filler in it. So I am cautiously optimistic about this show. But I don't want to get too hyped for it right now. I'll definitely...
We are going to react to it week by week. Live. We're going to discuss it. We're going to rip it apart online, and we're going to keep tweeting Kodaka like we did Kojima, who now knows us, and I was on his video. We fucking did it, guys. We were on the fucking, what's the name, Death Stranding highlight video. We're going to keep tweeting like we did, what's that guy from Nier Automata? Yeah, we're going to keep tweeting Kodaka. Kodaka's the last guy that hasn't followed me or responded. I've got DC Douglas. I've got fucking Kojima is God. I've got fucking Thinger from Nier Automata. Kodaka is gonna listen to our complaints. We're gonna rip this shit apart, and then we're gonna get his butt back on Project Danganronpa. I don't care if I have to go back to Japan there myself and drown him in vodka. He's gonna keep making shit about teenagers killing each other. Or I'm going to lock him in a room. Well, that's technically kidnapping, but you get my point.
Keep up with updates and I'll let you guys know, more about it as things kind of come out. And I do think the concept is interesting. I think the setting is cool. It's been a while since I've seen a lot of cyberpunk anime, so I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, as of right now, I just don't want to get too overly excited like I did for the Danganronpa anime. Because then I'll just look back at the videos and be like, oh my gosh, why didn't I say this? Why didn't I say that? Why was I so blinded by my own hype? But yeah, anyways, I hope
you're not Vegeta.
If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like or a comment if you did enjoy it. It does let me know that you guys want me to keep talking about these updates regarding 2Kyo and their projects. Also, let me know what you think that the anime might be like. What are the things that you want it to cover? What are the things that you might be a little bit worried about it having in there? But yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys' opinions, and I will see you guys
soon. I know who he is! Okay, that guy. Where is he? The guy that has the mask. I'll tell you who he is. He's Null.
Why didn't I say that? Why was I?
He's Null.
Guys, to keep
that's where Kodaka got him from. Because Kodaka is a big Kojima fan. He's played Metal Gear Solid multiple times. Multiple characters are direct references to Metal Gear Solid. The tennis guy in V3 is the same voice actor as Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid.
Updates
and where is he? 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 The guy, it goes in the video. Where it's coming. Not Lelouch. Not the knife. Where is it? That guy! That's Null. From Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops. Here, I'll find it for you. Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops. I fucking know how Kodaka's brain works. Let me find the image for you. Where is it? Null. Bingo. There you go. Just get the full image, goddammit. Who do I have to kill to get a full image of something so I can share with people? There you go. I told you guys, I fucking know these video game directors. I know how they think. I freaking psychoanalyze characters in real time. I know you, Kodaka. I know you. I know you watch some of my streams. You just keep denying it. Don't worry. I know how you think. I know you're an MGS fan. You can't deny it. You can't hide it. Mr. Kiba Raiden. Mr. Bloody Metal Gear Rexes, 4 of them. Mrs. Markey doing a bloody Solidus Snake. Like, you guys don't believe me? I'll fucking show you. I'll fucking show you. I'll show you right now. I'll show you the clip of bloody Markey from MGS2 back in the year 2000.
Stupid machines.
He takes out 3 to 4 Metal Gears Exisouls that went crazy. Exisol. And the whole bloody first chapter of V3 was basically the first thing from MGS2. Like, you can't deny Kadaka. I know that you're a fanboy. Admit it! It's okay. It's okay to be a Kojima fanboy. We all are. Sorry, I get a little bit fanboyish, all right? I'm passionate. I'm passionate about this. All right, guys. I hope you had fun. Hachan's on our way home. We are going to play Persona 5 Royal when it comes out for the weekend, and then the Kumas on Discord, the Council of Kumas, are going to vote on whether or not we continue it. We are going to play Doom Eternal this coming up weekend, the launch weekend. I hope you'll join me for that. We will play Final Fantasy VII. We did hit that goal. We are going to buy it. We are going to play it on launch weekend. We are going to play The Last of Us 2. I can't even believe that's a question. And we are going to play Cyberpunk 2077. I hope to God that we hit the donation goal for Persona 5 Royal. We haven't hit it yet, so we can start the Last of Us 2 donation goal, but we did hit the Final Fantasy 7 remake goal. I'm 100% blind to that. I'm 100% blind to Persona. I'm 100% blind to Resident Evil 3. So you guys are going to have a buffet of blind playthroughs, so I hope you enjoy. The mods are going to keep the chat spoiler-free, automatically banning anyone that tries to spoil the chat. Like, literally, there is going to be absolutely no tolerating anyone trying to spoil any of these games for us. 100% instant ban, no mercy. I'm warning everyone up front. Mass Effect 2, I think the Council of Kumas really want to vote in. We've put a temporary hiatus on voting in games that are not being released this year because we want to play all the new games on launch. So we put a temporary hiatus on voting games, which they're pretty, okay with. And once we finish all these new games that are coming out this year, we can go back to voting in games. There's a few games that they've really wanted us to play. But we've been fortunate enough that we've knocked out a few really big games. We've knocked out Devil May Cry. We've knocked out Metal Gear Solid. We've knocked out Danganronpa. We've knocked out Zero Escape. Like, these are big franchises that we've knocked out of the ballpark. We've only done season 1 of 2 of The Walking Dead, so that's another really big one people want to see. But we put a temporary hiatus on all these games that are not releasing this year because we want to be able to play the newest games 100% blind because we don't want to risk getting spoiled. So temporarily, we're focusing on the new releases, and then once those are done, because the next month's just going to be ridiculous. Once the new releases are done, then we can go back in time and vote the really good games. But to be honest, we've got a buffet of games coming out this year, so I think there's something for everyone. There is literally something for everyone. And if there isn't something for everyone, you gotta expand your horizons. We've even watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure blind on the reaction channel, which was just... we're starting to watch anime, so we can watch the abridged versions of anime. So there is literally something for everyone. We've got 2 channels. A reaction channel and a gaming channel. So, like, there's something for everyone. And if you're really bored and there's not something for you, then you've got Hachan that's basically doing a similar thing to me, except she's adorable and I'm not. So, there's something for everyone. So, like, thanks for being awesome. Thanks for joining me for the sneaky stream. I hope you enjoyed. Be good, guys. Keep safe. Like, please, just look after yourselves. I know it's crazy out there, but just... look after yourselves. Stay indoors when you don't need to go outside, but when you do go outside, just be safe. Practice responsible social distancing. Keep 1.5, 2 meters away from people. You know, if someone's coughing and sneezing, keep away from them. Just come on, guys. Use common sense. Look after yourselves. Be good. I will see you guys in a couple of days. We'll be streaming again. Make sure you're on the Discord. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure that little bell is clicked. Make sure you do the same thing on the reaction channel. I will see you soon. I almost said goon, which is like wine, but let's not get drunk. Till then, NicoB out. Bye.